Elon Musk yesterday, along with his son Little X, held a press conference in the Oval Office to discuss what Doge is doing.
Are the same, and they're.
If Elon Musk's child's son, who's a literal toddler, feels comfortable telling Donald Trump to his face that he's not the president, he needs to go away, and that he needs to shut his mouth,
You know, I wasn't even going to post on this, and then I saw some clips that changed my mind, and I'll show you those in a moment. But first, Elon Musk yesterday, along with his son Little X, held a press conference in the Oval Office to discuss what Doge is doing, all while Donald Trump watched on silently from his cuck chair. And in the aftermath, one of Elon's fanboys shared this tweet that Elon reposted. It says, "History repeats itself," and it shows two images. The first image is a pretty iconic image of JFK Jr. playing underneath his dad's desk while he worked in the Oval Office. And the second is Little X seemingly bored out of his mind, crawling around on the floor while Donald Trump pontificates about what he liked watching from said cuck chair. But I can point out at least one glaring difference between these two situations. JFK Jr., as I recall, never had criticisms of his father while the press was there. Little X, on the other hand, has a lot to say, and there was a hot mic that caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
To restore democracy. This may seem like, well...
You heard that too, right? You're not the president, you need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time. Just, you watch and tell me if that's what he said.
To restore democracy. This may seem like...
That's what he said, but I'll go one better. Because he also said this.
The prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're mortgaged.
That one's clear as day. He says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up." And there's already people who are like, out of the mouth of babes. But let me just put this out there for your consideration. A child this young doesn't have this profound moment where he tells off Trump. He just repeats things he's heard. So if he says you're not really the president, chances are someone has said that around him and he's repeating it. When he says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up," he's either heard someone say that to someone else, or someone has said that to him, and he's repeating it. Either scenario is pretty disturbing. But perhaps the question we should be asking is the same one that Shay Jordan Smith asked on Twitter, which is, why the fuck is Elon Musk doing press briefings in the White House from the Oval Office? He is not an elected official. Why is he holding court in the Oval Office? Nothing about this is normal or good.
From one year to the next are the same, and they're to restore democracy. This may seem like, well, are we in a democracy? Prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're prices.
Americans are so upset that Elon Musk is gradually turning White House into a daycare center. If he goes to see Donald Trump, he goes with his children. If he's going to see the PM, he's going with his children. So they're not so cool with the recent behavior that Elon Musk is putting out, and they are reacting seriously about it. According to most Americans, they say the children are supposed to stay back with their nannies while Elon Musk with his wife attend any official visit or appointment. While some came to a conclusion that Elon Musk is gradually taking over America, that he may be the next black man to be the American president.
if Elon Musk's child's son, who's a literal toddler, feels comfortable telling Donald Trump to his face that he's not the president, he needs to go away, and that he needs to shut his mouth, this kid is a toddler, and he feels comfortable saying this to Donald Trump. What does that tell you about what Elon Musk is saying to Donald Trump behind closed doors? This kid didn't just come up with these things to say on his own. He heard that shit somewhere. Food for thought, that's it.
So guys, what do you think? Do you think this is a total disrespect? Do you think Elon Musk has been saying this in front of his children? Probably that's where the little child picked the words. Do you think this child could just be saying all this by himself? Like, what do you think? Guys, seriously, Americans have torn Elon Musk apart, asking him why must he always come out with his children? Why did they even have to go to White House with his child? Imagine what the child was saying. Like, sometimes I thank God for the kind of training orientation we Africans have, right? In Africa, you can't see a little child saying this to an elderly person. As for that one, you can't see anything like. So currently, Americans are saying that Elon Musk is a betrayer, that he's a two-faced man, that very soon everyone will see his true color, that he's going to betray Donald Trump, that all that his son was saying in front of Donald Trump, all the things that the boy was saying to Donald Trump, that he actually learned that from his father, that his father has been saying it in front of him. That's where the little child picked the words. And most Americans are now calling on Donald Trump to be very, very careful with Elon Musk, as he's going to betray him very soon, right? So the most interesting part of it all is that South Africans don't care. Like, when I mean they don't care, they do not care about Elon Musk. In fact, they have denied Elon Musk, telling Americans to please take him, that like they should just take him entirely. They do not want to see him in their country. So guys, what do you think? Do you think that this little child, Elon Musk's son, was just saying all that all by himself, or do you think he actually heard those words from his dad, just like the Americans insinuated? Do you think he actually heard all those stuff from his dad? What do you think? Kindly drop your thought at the comment section.